Here's a few movies to check out this week, currently on Netflix Instant. Horror, Hush. I made a video about the production studio Blumhouse a while ago, talking about how they weren't really using their platform to the best extent that they could. When I'm talking a higher potential, I'm talking about movies like Hush. Hush is exactly the kind of movie that the studio should be making. It's clever, it's unique, and very well constructed. It was written and directed by Mike Flanagan, the guy who did Oculus, and he did another terrific job. It's a different spin on your usual home invasion movie. There's a guy who's trying to break into this woman's house, and she has a disorder that caused her to be deaf and mute. So the guy spends a good portion of the film tormenting her because she can't hear anything and she can't call for help. It's fast-paced, it's tense. The whole way they portrayed the character being deaf, they did a great job of conveying that to the audience. Outstanding stuff from Blumhouse. Please do more of this. It's even more depressing, though, because this went straight to video. This didn't go to theaters. And meanwhile, the shit that they pumped out, Sinister 2, The Gallows, Unfriended, they ended up getting theatrical releases, when this was so much better than all of those combined. This should have been the one that got a theatrical release. Also, no Bagul ending, so maybe they're learning. Action. The Phantom. Based off the comic strip, Billy Zane plays an African superhero that is trying to stop a criminal from acquiring these 3 magic skulls that will give him ultimate power. First off, yes, the purple suit looks ridiculous, but that's how the suit looked in the comics. So for all the people who always complain when a superhero movie comes out that the suit isn't close enough to what they had in the comics, well, here's one that did have the suit that the comics had, and it looked goofy as hell. If you can make it past the goofy suit, the movie is a lot of fun. It plays a lot like a combination of superhero Indiana Jones movie. It's very swashbuckling, there's action, there's romance, there's a great cast. Give it a shot. Sci-fi, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, one of the most beloved and endearing sci-fi movies ever made. I know the vast majority of you have probably already seen this, but the reason why I'm pointing this out especially is because this is the original, untampered version of E.T. When the movie came out on DVD, Steven Spielberg had a major guilt complex and went in and digitally altered a bunch of things in the movie. The military guys in the movie, they were no longer holding shotguns. They digitally removed the shotguns, and now they're holding cell phones and flashlights. So all of that's gone. This is the original, as it was intended movie. For those of you who haven't seen it, aliens are visiting Earth, and one of them accidentally gets left behind. He befriends this young kid named Elliot, and Elliot helps him build this communication device so that E.T. can phone home. It's a fantastic movie. It still holds up to this day. Everything about it is great. The acting, the special effects. There's a reason why this is one of the most beloved sci-fi movies of all time. Thriller, The Trigger Effect. An excellent idea that doesn't hold up entirely to its potential, but it's still really good. The movie revolves around this couple, and the town that they're living in loses all power. Now, initially, things are going along okay. People are trying to coexist and get along, but as days go by and there's no power, society starts to break down. Compiled by the fact that it is a blistering heat wave, so everybody's incredibly hot, which sets tempers on edge. And after days and days of no power, society falls apart, and people start robbing, people start murdering. There's just all kinds of bad things that happen. The concept behind the film was essentially how long would it take before society breaks down if we lose a major component of modern life. It's a good idea, it's an entertaining movie, but I don't think that they took it far enough. This is something where I'm not a big fan of remakes, but I would like them to at least take this idea and maybe expand upon it further. That's all I got for this week. I'll see you next time.